Just out of curiosity, because you just listed another one I didn't know. What are all of the things you do besides working for Inspire Church and Global Partners? Which I want to get into in a little bit,
Sure.
more of what you do there. But what else do you do?
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of what's quantifiable here, but one is I have a camper rental business, and we rent out
Yeah.
a certain brand of teardrop campers. And that started in 2018 when I found a good deal on one that I'd looked at this make of campers, and it was a good enough price, and they hold enough value that I thought we'll invest in getting it. We'll see if we use it, and we'll also see if we can maybe rent it out and see what that
Yeah.
experience is like. And so we did that, and it was so beneficial to rent it out that
Yeah.
I kept doing that.
Okay.
And then found as time went by, I got into these Facebook groups with other owners of the same kind, and then I would see ones for sale. And then when I'd see a good enough deal, I actually went into kind of business with my dad on this. He kind of financially invested in it
Yeah.
to help me buy my second camper. And then,
Okay.
and now we have
Yeah.
6. And so in the summertime, it's really cool because I get to be a part of sending a family or a couple or an individual off on
Yeah.
a trip, and I want them to have the best time they can have.
Yeah.
And so I always focus on customer service and just try to equip them to have a good time. And so that's been something I do in the summer months, sometimes in the
Yeah.
winter here and there. But each season, I should say, we send out maybe about 40 different trips.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
30 to 40, depending on the year. And sometimes I even get ministry opportunities in that. I've
Yeah.
prayed with people as they
Yeah.
share a little bit about their life in that just exchange as I hand off the camper or they drop it off. Another one would be just we have a house in Grand Haven that we originally lived in, and when we moved, instead of just selling it and moving, which is pretty typical when people move,
Yeah.
I was really interested in like investment properties, and so it was just in a market where when I looked into the rental property market in Grand Haven, there's few out there, and so there's a high demand.
Oh, okay.
And so I went to a property management company, and I said, hey, what's the market for this? And it just worked out that we were able to keep it. We also loved that home. So, sometimes you live somewhere and you're like, I hate to give up this home. This is so many memories. Our son Otis was born when we were living there, and it's a great community near where we grew up. And so that's another side thing.
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah.
My wife Johnny had a wooden toy business. That was one she owned it, but I was helpful in it when she needed help. But she's since stopped doing that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And
I have one job.
you had one job. Just joking.
Mike has 5.
No, I actually enjoy figuring things out, learning new things. And so I have gotten to the point where I've had to, step back from certain things or limit stuff because of time. But I don't know, the season we've been in, I feel like I've had just more capacity to kind of juggle some of those things.
Yeah.
And ebb and flow. If I need to scale back something like the campers, I can just limit the calendar,
Yeah.
And then the house in Grand Haven, like we have a property management company and they take a portion of that. It's like I could try to manage that myself, but I just don't have the time to be on call if something happens. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were going to give advice to someone who was going to start like a side gig like that, what would your advice to them be?
That's a good question. I don't know if I have any sort of patent advice that would kind of be across the board, but I guess I would say find something. Do the thing you want to do because you enjoy it, not because you are of what you're hoping to necessarily get out of it or thinking it would be easy.
Yeah.
Because there's always challenges, and I think if you enjoy it and you embrace those challenges to learn and become better, then it can be an enhancing experience in your life.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because I think a lot of people are like trying to start new things purely just to like make more money, which is not necessarily a bad thing, especially
Sure.
in this economy. But like
Yeah.
finding a way to choose a side hustle that like you actually enjoy. is
Yeah.
probably-
I used to do guitar lessons, for example.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
I loved that. It was really cool to spend time one-on-one with somebody and help them develop a skill that they could use for the Lord, and then also something they could enjoy for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
But I've had to limit myself in that because of time, you know,
Yeah.
and maybe someday there was a time where I had like 25 students every week, you know. And there's times I've done a couple here and there. I'm not doing any right now because
Yeah.
of everything, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.